Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. EJ seeks to confirm Sloan's revelation about Jude, and is it game over for Konstantin? Konstantin was over to his old tricks and fascinated John in order to steal the prenup Maggie made him subscribe. Still, the ploy is over, as Marlena, Steve, and John are onto his games. Coming up, Maggie says, he's meddled with the wrong redhead. Marlena explains to Maggie that they've a plan to deal with Konstantin, and Steve asks if she's in. Maggie Konstantin =YS after defying Sloan with Leo's news that Jude is his and Nicole's son, she shocks him with the verity. Sloan lets EJ know that Eric is the father of Nicole's baby. EJ makes a call, demanding the DNA results as soon as possible. When EJ finds out she's not lying, will he, too, keep the verity from Eric and Nicole? Alex and Xander learn Victor's will is eventually clear for probate. Teresa tells Alex, "We going to be set for life, you going to be set for life." Will her slip-up indication Alex in on what Teresa's really later? And when will Xander learn that he, not Alex, is really Victor's son? Johnny EJ advice days. Eventually, Johnny tells his father that his and Chanel's baby could have serious birth blights. Paulina heartbreaks to Abe, "What have I done?" and blames herself for delivering Chanel while she was radioactive. EJ suggests to Johnny, "This is too parlous, you can't have this baby." What will Johnny and Chanel choose to do? EJ keeps quiet about Jude, Johnny and Chanel's baby dilemma. Paulina's reproach erupts. Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers for Monday, May 6th, reveal that Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, will face horrible guilt over the radiation she exposed Chanel DiMera, Raven Bowens, to, since her son's future child may pay the price. Meanwhile, Chanel and Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, will bandy the gestation stunner and what happens coming. There'll be a lot to suppose about, so Johnny and Chanel will start importing their options when it comes to this baby. As for Everett Lynch aka Robert Bobby Stein, Blake Barris, day spoilers say he'll publish a libelous story about Paulina against Stephanie Johnson's, Abigail Klein, wishes. Despite Stephanie's attempt to get Everett to back off, he'll move forward with the composition and make Paulina look awful in the process. It won't be long until numerous Salemites turn against Mayor Price for putting the public's safety at threat. Other day spoilers say Jada Hunter, Elia Cantu, will help Rafe Hernandez, Galen Gehring, improve up the Hernandez house now that she's living there full-time. Rafe will team up with Jada as they do some redecorating and make it a unique space that's all their own. Coming on Monday's DOL occasion, Sloan Peterson Brady, Jessica Surfety, will have some explaining to do. Since Sloan just admitted Leo Stark, Greg Ricart, was only half right and that Jude Brady didn't belong to EJ DiMera, Dan Feuereagle, EJ will anticipate details. Day spoilers say Sloan will admit to apparel the original DNA test by no way actually using Eric Brady's, Greg Vaughn, sample. As for the inheritable reports that came latterly, Sloan pulled off some sneaky tricks to mess with those, too. Of course, a DNA test was also done using EJ's sample after Nicole DiMera, Ariane Zucker, swore Jude had to be her baby. That wasn't a match, so Sloan may point to that as evidence, though she might invite EJ to run another test if he wants indeed further certainty. Once EJ is induced that Jude isn't his son, Sloan will punctuate the egregious and point out that Eric shares this child with Nicole. Unless EJ wants Nicole, Eric, Jude, and Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis, to all be a family together, Sloan will suppose he'd more keep his lips zipped. We'll see Sloan argue that it's the only way for EJ to keep his own joyful marriage complete. Sloan will do whatever she can to move EJ that it's in his stylish interest not to give Nicole updates on this jaw-dropping news. Days of Our Lives spoilers say EJ will eventually end up with a dreadful secret that could blow up his relationship down the road, so stick with us for prognostications on all the drama. Johnny cries over birth blights, Maggie's matrimonial trap, EJ's DNA results. Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers exercise videotape for the week of May 6th to 10th reveals that Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, and John Black, Drake Hodgson, will do some designing. Will John manage to flash back that he stole the prenup for Konstantin Meliunis, John Capellos, while under his control? Marlena might be suitable to grip John and bring the pawn's most recent charge to the face. Whatever the case, day spoilers say John and Marlena will be on to Konstantin, so they partake their plan with Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols, and ultimately Maggie Kyriakis, Suzanne Rogers. Maggie will cloud as she declares that Konstantin has meddled with the wrong redhead. After Marlena updates Maggie on the takedown plot, Steve will ask if she's in. Since Maggie will be mealy over Konstantin trying to steal her half of Victor Kyriakis, John Aniston, fortune, she'll surely be on board. Maggie will join the trap they all setting, so that could involve going through the movements and pretending the marriage is going to be as planned. Konstantin wouldn't realize he's getting allured into a situation that's going to spell disaster. Other day spoilers say Sloan Peterson Brady, Jessica Surfety, will push EJ DiMera, Dan Feuerriegel, to believe her claims about Jude Brady. Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn, is the natural father of Nicole DiMera's, Ariane Zucker, baby, so Sloan will suppose EJ needs to face the data. Still, he could risk his marriage since she might reunite with Eric and raise Jude with him, if EJ spills this news to Nicole. Sloan will wonder if EJ really wants to take that chance. Latterly, EJ will snap at someone over the phone and yell that he wants the DNA results as soon as possible. Once those results come by, EJ will get evidence that Sloan's maternity word was exactly right. Over with Alex Kyriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, he'll tell Teresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien, that Victor's will has eventually cleared probate. We've re-gone Nobby set for life, you've re-gone Nobby set for life, Teresa declares in DOOL's daily exercise videotape. Although Teresa will brush past the slip-up for now, day spoilers say she'll have to be more careful now that the stakes are getting indeed advanced. Back with EJ, he'll comfort a tearful Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, over all the baby drama since Chanel DiMera's, Raven Bowen's, future child could have serious birth blights. Once EJ hears about the details, he'll offer a vaticination about it being too parlous and argue that Chanel shouldn't have this baby. As for Paulina Price, Jackie Harry, she'll cry in Abe Carver's, James Reynolds, arms and ask what she's done. Paulina will condemn herself for exposing Chanel to radiation and putting her bun in the roaster in jeopardy. Sweep surprises, baby drama, Dylan takedown, disastrous secrets, and further it came as a total shock to Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, and Chanel DiMera, Raven Bowens, when they set about Chanel was pregnant, so now they refacing a tough decision. Chanel was exposed to radiation during a vital time in her gestation, so the fetus organs may not have duly developed. That's commodity that'll be on Chanel and Johnny's minds as they decide together whether they're going to keep this baby. No matter what Johnny and Chanel choose, this gestation is starting off on a portentous note and may only lead to heartache. 2. Konstantin's takedown. As for Konstantin Meliunis, John Capellos, it looks like his takedown is brewing since Maggie Kyriakis, Suzanne Rogers, will uncover the verity about him soon enough. Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, and John Black, Drake Hodgson, will also give Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols, updates on a plan that could lead to Konstantin's downfall, so pitfalls could be coming at him from every angle. Day spoilers allude that Konstantin's marriage to Maggie will turn out to be a total bust, so that's great news for those of us who have been staying for him to pay. 3. EJ seals his own fate next. EJ DiMera, Dan Feuerriegel, seems poised to seal his own marriage fate by keeping quiet about Sloan Peterson Brady's, Jessica Surfety, baby robbery and the fact that Nicole DiMera's, Ariane Zucker, son is alive. Day spoilers say EJ could ruin his relationship by withholding that word from Nicole out of fear that she'll reunite with Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn. Since Nicole is bound to discover the real Jude Brady story anyway.